Hello clarinet fans, Kathy Williams-Devries here, continuing my series of videos on Klose's Complete Method Passages to equalize the tone. I hope you enjoyed the first 33. There is 141 of these little babies that we are going to be working through over the next few videos. So we're going to be starting at 34. If you look closely, you will see a plastic contraption on my clarinet. This is an Australian invention called classical fingers that stops your fingers flapping too much, keeps them close to the keys. There's a couple of magnets here and here, and you just click that on like that, and it keeps the fingers close to the keys. Okay, so we're up to exercise 34. In this particular exercise, you want to keep your right hand close to the E flat trill key, and merely from E flat, merely roll to the A flat like so. And 35 is very similar. Except that actually you can either use this E flat or this E flat. I probably prefer to keep it all in the left hand. Although you can use the right hand. Although in exercise 36 you don't get the same choice. There's only one A flat unless you have that extra key, and you're going from E flat to D flat. Make sure that's a really smooth connection. And as you can see, it is quite challenging. So yeah, you've got some challenging leaps, especially and you want to have the fingers fairly close to the keys for those. And going from E flat to C, you want that fairly smooth as well. 37 is challenging, going from the D flat to the E flat. And you see I'm keeping my right hand very, very close to that trill key. 38, I would use the trill key side G flat. 39 again, you've got E flat to D flat action happening. Now in 40, I prefer to keep the D sharp in the left hand. And actually I think that second D is probably a D natural as well. You can of course I just personally prefer to keep it in the one hand. 41, don't let your thumb go too far from the thumb hole. because the least distance that you use ensures that you can play it faster. Similarly in 42. Between the D and the A, you just want to roll. In 44, again, I prefer to keep the D sharp in the left hand. Although actually is probably a little bit easier on the right hand. In 45, you can use the side F sharp on occasion. Completely up to you. Although in 46 you don't get a choice. Uh, 47 is a straight D major. And then we're in thirds on 48. Again, in 49 you want to be rolling between the D and the A. You don't want to be sort of jumping, you really need to be rolling. And we're in thirds again in 50. Notice I'm rolling between the A and the F sharp. And slightly different thirds in 51. In 52, we move to E flat major for the first time. Get a nice connection between the A flat and the B flat. You can leave the A flat key down. And also left hand or right hand E flat, completely your choice. Or it's completely your choice. There, we work on E flat a little bit more in exercise 53. Again, I prefer to keep it in the left hand. And notice you can keep that A flat key down. Although you can also have a choice of E flats. Same in 54. And then you can also do And the same in 55, I do prefer to keep it in the left hand. Although you can use in 56 we encounter E flat minor. You can use, I prefer to use the side key, trill keys, G flat. Although you can choose which E flat. I actually prefer this one. Which I quite like. In 57 you can use a combination of side G flat and normal G flat, and also left and right E flat. So yeah, you've got a few choices here. Although in 58 you don't really get a choice. But I'll take that a bit slower because it is quite tricky. In 59 you can use a combination. Because you can use the side G flat at the beginning, although from the E flat you probably just want to go to the normal G flat F sharp. Similarly in 60. So you have a few choices here. You can just keep using the side fingering for the whole exercise. And use the right hand or left hand E flat. We're moving from E flat now into E major. Again, keep the hand fairly close to the G sharp and A keys. Put down, and you can put down on the A, put down the right hand so that you get the B really cleanly. So this is the first time in these series of exercises that we've gone over the break. You can use either B, I prefer to keep it in the right hand. And again in 64, we're in thirds. Just keep the hand very relaxed and rolling around the G sharp and A's. And similarly in 65. In 66, I prefer to keep the D sharp in the left hand. Although you can, depending on what you like. Okay, 67, very relaxed around the G sharps and A's. notice how my hand is very, very close to the keys so that I can get the B out pretty well. '68, again, very relaxed. I prefer to keep it in the left hand. '69 is a very good exercise around those keys again. Notice the rolling. So we've left behind E major. We're now moving on to F. You can keep the hand down on the A to B flat to get the C out better. But don't have it down for the F, it makes it too flat by almost a semitone. In 71 we're in thirds. So notice that I'm keeping my hand down on the B flat, so the C is a little bit easier. Again, rolling to A on 72. And then more rolling on 73. Now in 74, keep that hand down to get to the C easier. '75, rolling to the B flat. And then more rolling in 76. Be careful when you hit the B flats to take the thumb off the thumb hole, otherwise you won't get a B flat. And you get that simply by bending the thumb like that. We move into F minor now. Again, you can keep the hand down. And again, keep the hand down on the thirds. And then keeping it close to the A flat. And then 80. So from the B flat to the E natural, nice little connection there. Again, in 81, make sure that you bend the thumb to take it off the thumb hole. In 82, you want a nice connection between the C and the B flat. Again, nice connection between B flat and E, and relaxed around the throat keys. was experimenting with different pulses, either 2 3s or 3 2s. Which you can also have a fiddle around with. '84 moves us into F sharp major for the first time. I prefer to keep the C sharp on the right hand. Although is equally viable, same with 85. You see that I experiment with different B fingerings. Completely up to you, same with 86. And note to keep the hand close to the keys on the right hand so that you can hit that B a lot easier. In 87, you'll need to use a left hand C sharp and a right hand B sharp and D sharp. Although you do get a choice in 88. But that's the fingering I tend to stick with. Just mainly using the right hand if I can help it. 89, you have a choice. Though I don't like it as much if I use the C sharp on the left hand. 90 doesn't give you a choice. You want a good connection between F sharp, D sharp, C sharp and F sharp. Keep the hands close to the keys, but you can't put the fingers down. I try to keep it as much in the right hand as possible. 91, relaxed around the throat keys. And again in 92, noticing that I'm using the side F sharp. We're moving on to the key of G, which of course is a lot easier. You can keep the hand down. Likewise in 94. So I try to keep as much in the right hand as possible. In the next exercise, you can have your fingers down for the G and the A, but not the F sharp. And again in 96, you can for the G and the A, just not for the F sharp. And again in 97, you know, where you have the fingers down, just not on the F sharp. Note that I tend to like using the right hand B, if at all possible. '98, you can use the hand down the whole time. But notice that I like to use the right hand as much as possible. So 99, be aware where you can put the fingers down and where you can't. And 100, you can keep the hand down the entire time. Okay, so that's exercises 34 to 100, and in the next video we'll be looking at 101 to 141. There's some really nasty stuff coming up, which is a lot of fun, so I hope to see you then. Thanks for listening, bye for now.